Are you tired of getting 50 views, 20 views, sometimes no views at all? Well, today we're going to talk about the 5 common mistakes we make as content creators, what you need to do to fix those mistakes so that you can get your YouTube channel to where it needs to be and get it monetized this year. Okay, if you've been following me, my name is Chris. I pretty much have tried some of everything when it comes to content and YouTube, and I'm here to make sure that you can follow my journey and learn the things that I've learned along my journey so that you can have an easier journey in your content creation. Okay, so the first thing that I always say is, if you are a new YouTube channel, that is one thing that I think we kind of don't think about as new content creators. When you are a new content creator, especially on YouTube, you need to give the algorithm time to learn who you are. Okay, a lot of times they think that you're a bot channel, so they're trying to figure out, who is this new person? Are they real? Are they just someone just, you know, who they are? So they're trying to learn about you. They're trying to get some information about what your content is going to be about. You haven't hit the algorithm yet, and that's okay. It takes a little time. Give yourself some time, you know, a couple weeks, just so that you can get yourself, you know, in there, get the YouTube algorithm a chance to get to know who you are, who to show your channel to, you know. And the best way I always tell content creators to do that is be consistent in the beginning with what you want. So 1 or 2 niches is good, just so that they can kind of build audience for you that they can actually show your channels to. Okay, if you have a lot of, you know, different off things that they don't know where to show your channel to, they won't show it. So I would say in the beginning, especially in the beginning of your journey with YouTube, make sure that you are showing consistent videos of 1 or 2 different topics that they can, you know, create a algorithm to show your audience. Okay, so this way is getting to the right people. Okay, and then over time, if you want to switch your niche up, or if you want to switch your channel, you can always do that, but you definitely want to make sure that you at least give them something that they can show. Okay, because the main thing is you want to be shown on YouTube. Okay, you don't want them to hide it. They don't know who to show you to, and you just pumping out content for nothing. Okay, that is number 1. So make sure you're doing that. Okay, so secondly, just piggybacking off on number 1 common mistake is you have a new channel. Okay, so you want to give, again, time to figure out what your channel is about, and they're gathering all the data they need to know to see who to show your channel to. But you also want to make sure that you tap to this video right here, because this one is what I did a few months ago, is about what you need to do. So a lot of times people just hop onto YouTube and start making their content. You actually have to verify your channel. So you want to make sure you do those 3 main steps to verify that you are a real channel. So you have to do a verify by using your email, and then you also have to give them a text or a call. So I'm going to put that in the actual comments so you guys can figure out how to do that, because that's important. You don't want them to think, again, that you're a bot channel. They're not going to show you to anybody. So you'll be putting out those videos, doing all that editing and getting out that right type of content, and then you find out you're not going to be shown anyway, because guess what? You did not do those 3 steps that is in this video that I just put into the comments. It's basically about making sure that you verify. You do have to verify your channel before you start your YouTube channel. So that's one of the beginning steps. So I'm going to put that down in the link below. The third thing that I want to talk about is quality over quantity. Okay, I think a lot of times, especially being a new content creator, we just automatically just think like, oh my goodness, let's just, you know, let me just get it out, you know, let me just pump these videos out. I don't care what I'm putting out there. That is not the right thing to do. I mean, I've made that mistakes, you know, when I started my content journey, but trust me, you want to do quality over quantity anytime. Okay, even if, you know, you only putting out 1 video a month, long as it's quality content. Okay, content that is of value, content that is educational, that is motivational, that is entertaining, things that your audience can learn from, that they can connect with you. Okay, you won't want to just put out anything about you, you know, getting up or this needs to show your audience something of value, okay? Because no one's going to watch you if it's not beneficial. That's just what it is. So you need to make sure that even if you are putting out 5 videos a week, that they are all quality videos. I think a lot of times we get into, oh, I'm just going to put out so many videos, and you find yourself burnt out, and that's just not where you want to be, and you pumped all these videos out for what? So you want to make sure that you are getting out that quality content. I always say quality over quantity any days, because if you put out a whole bunch of videos with no type of direction, no effort, you're going to get, the results are going to show. So might as well put out something that's valuable, like I said, that connects with your audience, that will make your audience want to come back. Okay, so that is number 3. Number 4 is engagement. I would definitely say that I've seen so many of the bigger content creators and some of the new content creators don't engage with their audience. Okay, so that means they'll leave them a comment. You'll have a viewer that'll leave a comment and they won't respond back. They won't say anything. I always make sure that I reply to every comment. I just feel that it's so important to know that you appreciate, for one, them coming onto your channel to watch your video, and that, they liked it enough, it connected with them enough to comment, and you appreciate them. So you want to connect. You don't want to leave your audience just with question marks. You want to, let them know that you're there for them, and that you really, sincerely want to answer whatever question or reply back to them, because you want to know that you appreciate them. So that is so important. Make sure that you are replying to every comment, that you can. I know we're only human, right? So sometimes you get a lot of comments, you're like, oh my goodness, but it's about trying to be consistent with that as well. So engaging. If you can't get to all the comments that you may get in a video, try the next day, but get to as many as you can, or just remember, over the next course of the days, throughout the weekend, if you can, do some catch up and then reply to the comments. It's never too late, to let your audience member know that have seen their comment and you're acknowledging what they're saying. Not only does it connect with your audience, but it builds engagement. It also gets you more people to look at your video, and that's important, right? So you don't want to leave your comments unanswered or not, replied back to. So try not to do that. I know that we all get, busy, and we're like, oh, I gotta go, I got my next video I'm working on, but try to reply to as many as you can. I'm not perfect. I try my best, but I'm just one person, so you can only do as much as you can do, right? So just try your best to engage. It's really important in building your community, not only just connecting, but also, getting more eyes on your video. That's important, and that's what you want to build your videos, and also to get more connections and more subscribers and build your community. So make sure you're doing that. And then number 5 is just a given. Sometimes YouTube's algorithm can really just miss, and they just really missed your video somehow. It just didn't connect that day. Whatever could have happened, maybe the time frame that you uploaded, it just didn't. So I always look out for those type of things, especially if you know that, like, oh my God, this video's on point, it's got everything it needs to have, the value's on point, I'm doing everything, you've put the thumbnail, the titles, everything that you know you have done, and it just didn't perform well, and you're like, what happened? So when that case is, I would say give it 24 hours. I would delete that video, since you didn't get any views anyway, and re-upload it with a different thumbnail and a different title. Okay, gives it that fresh start and just restart again. You don't want to just leave it, because a lot of times we're leaving good content, on the floor, and we really shouldn't. Just because it didn't perform well does not mean that it just wasn't good content. It just means it just didn't get the views, because a lot of times that's really what content is about, is just getting views and getting more people to look at it. It doesn't mean that you didn't do well, you're not good at content, that video was trash. A lot of times it's really good content, it's just not getting the viewership. Okay, and I think that's all we need, is the viewership. And so make sure that you do that. I've tried it with this video. right here, and it did numbers. You know, I just changed the thumbnail picture and then I put a different title, and it performed well. As you can see right here, it performed really, really good. So that's definitely a good way if something like that happens to you. But those are the 5 common things that I would say will help you as a content creator get those views and get yourself monetized and start growing your channel the way you want to. If this was helpful, please subscribe, like, and comment. Peace and love, guys. Let's grow together.